You know, the British get a bad rap when it comes to food these days. You know, boiled meats and all that shit, bangers and mash, delish. But one thing they did give us was the Bacon Butty, which is a bacon sandwich. Now, mind you, those limeys, those people with the bad teeth, well, they just butter some white bread, throw some bacon on it, and call it a day. We're gonna elevate that shit. Stick with me, let's do this.
Now the whole point of this is to have a bacon sandwich, so make sure you got lots of it. Don't be that kid that got picked on in the schoolyard. Get yourself 5 slices of Costco's finest and cut it up into thirds, because after all, we are gonna be stacking this. Now let's talk bread here, folks. Okay, it's British, so they're using white bread, okay? They're boring, okay? They're about as exciting as a diversity, equity, and inclusion seminar. But we're going with the white stuff, okay? Now, here's the thing. Butter it on both sides, and make sure you get a thick bread if you can. I'm not talking Lizzo's fat-ass legs thick, but you know, thick nonetheless. Butter that shit up on both sides. Now after you've buttered it, get it into a pan, and make sure it's the right size of pan, because as you're about to see, I fucked this up. Now, British food being what it is needs a little bit of help, so we're getting some Italian help here. Fry up some prosciutto. Now this is what's going to make this shine. Syrup and vinegar. Doesn't matter what kind. I'm using cane. You could use maple syrup and apple cider vinegar, but you want the sweet and the sour. We're going to use equal parts. In this case, I'm using 100 milliliters per ingredient here. And I'm just putting that in a little container to set that shit aside. Now you can see our help from the Italians is really working out. That prosciutto, that's nice and crispy. So that takes a few minutes, gets a little smoky, but once that's done, put that off to the side. Next up, bacon time. Get that shit in there. All of it. Overcrowd the pan if you have to. While this swine is cooking, get your bread done. Now, use the right size of pan. I didn't. I fucked it up, right? Much like my marriage. But, you know, just make sure you use the right pan or you're going to do one slice at a time like me. Now take your prosciutto, put it on the bread. Now I know what you're thinking. No mayonnaise, no sauce on the bread. Nope, the butter's good enough. Now we're going to add our vinegar and syrup. Do the vinegar first, okay? Get that in there. You're going to hear a sizzle. It's going to start evaporating. Then we're going to add the syrup. And make sure you start tossing that shit around. You want to get that bacon nice and covered all over. Now we're going to add a little bit of hot sauce. I'm using some Maritime Madness here. Awesome Canadian company. No, I'm not shilling. No, I'm not paid. But I will take free hot sauce if they offer. Wink, wink. Okay, this is the important part, folks. Don't fuck it up, okay? Let that cook down, right? Let it reduce, but don't walk away. There's so much fucking sugar in this thing, it'll burn before you know it. Keep it moving, stir it around, you know, whatever, but you want it to reduce until it's thick. Now you want this thick enough to the point where when you lift it up like this, a piece of bacon, that syrup shouldn't just be running off, it should be dripping slowly. You know, the drip. Isn't that what the kids wear these days? The drip? Back in my day, it was an STD, but hey, times have changed. Finally, our last ingredient, the HP sauce. It wouldn't be British without a little House of Parliament, baby. Now, this is a new bottle, so as you can see, it looks like I'm practically having a fucking seizure trying to get this shit out of the bottle. But, you know, it is what it is. So after we've recovered from the seizure of trying to get that fucking sauce out, it's time to build the house, right? So basically, get your bacon on the sandwich. Now, it just wouldn't be a sandwich video if you didn't get the cross shot. So look at the syrup dripping off this motherfucker. Holy shit. There we go, folks. That is the Bacon Butty.
Alright, there we got it. I'm eating this over the sink because it's going to fucking drip everywhere. Oh. The fucking prosciutto. I feel diabetes coursing through my body as we speak. I'm scheduling myself for the foot amputation next week. It's got so much sweetness to it. Butter of the bread, the prosciutto. Jesus, marron. There you got it. The Bacon Butty. You know, Brits aren't all that bad. They got shitty teeth and everything, but they gave us a pretty cool fucking sandwich. I just elevated it a little bit. Peace out, bitches.